Hi friends, welcome back to SPK English Academy. I am Saran Vesappa, secondary school English teacher, Karnataka State. In today's class, we will discuss one of the most important romantic poets, Lord Byron. Lord Byron was also great poet of romantic age. He lived between 1788 to 1824. And see, Lord Byron, simply known as Byron, was a British poet, peer, and politician who became a revolutionary in the Greek Wars of Independence and is considered one of the leading figures of Romantic movement. Lord Byron was born on 22nd January 1788 on Hall Street in London. Byron was a lame of 1 foot from birth. You have to remember this point. See, Byron was a lame of 1 foot from birth. He was rumored to have had affairs with several women, including his half sister Augusta Lake. So you have to remember this point also. Byron had affairs with several women, including his own half sister Augusta Lake. He, de- he devotees was his devotee was Mary Chaworth, who rejected him and married another. He described about her in his poem Hills and a Sleigh and the Adieu. Don John, an epic satire novel in verse loosely based on a legendary hero. J.M. Coogee referred to Byron in his novel Disgrace. The Liberal, the political journal. See, Liberal is the political journal. It is a joint work of Byron, Lehunt, and Percy Bussy Shelley. You know these Lehunt and Percy Bussy, these are also contemporaries of Lord Byron. He awoke one morning and found himself famous. It is from his poem Herald's Pilgrimage. See, Childe Herald's Pilgrimage is the famous poem written by Byron. So this point was asked in the 2017 KSET Karnataka set examination. Who made the following statement? He woke one morning and found himself famous. So that is Lord Byron. Now we look at the works of Byron. See, the first one, Dream. Dream deals with the love story of his own with Mary Chaworth. See, Mary Chaworth is devotee or lover. But she rejected Byron and married another person. So this is the theme of the dream. Then fugitive poem pieces. Next, Hours of Idleness. It is a juvenile poem written in heroic couplet. English Boards and Scottish Reviews. Next poem, that is English Boards and Scottish Reviews. In this work, he attacked not only Geoffrey, the Scottish editor of the review, but all poets of the Romantic school: Wordsworth, Coleridge, Southey, and Scott, while defending Pope and Dryden. So you have to remember in his work, English Boards and Scottish Reviews, Lord Byron attacked on Joffrey, the Scottish editor of the review, and also he attacked his own contemporary poets of the Romantic school like Wordsworth, Coleridge, Southey, and Scott. But in this work, Lord Byron defended Pope and Dryden of the classical age, neoclassical age. So next poem, that is very famous poem of Lord Byron, Childe Harold's Pilgrimage. It describes his travels. It is a poetic travelogue of picturesque. Next one, Maid of Athens, and to Terjah. Now we will look at some sensational Oriental verses of Lord Byron. See the first one, the Gior, the Bride of Abydos, the Corsair, Lara, the Seas of Corinth, Parisina. Now some dramas were also written by Lord Byron. So you have to remember that is dramas of Byron. The first one drama is The Prisoner of the Children. Next one, Mazepa. So this is also important. And Manfred, a parody of Godey's Fast. See, it's also very important. Cain, the work is a parody of Milton's Paradise Lost. Remember this also. See, this is the work written by Byron. This is a parody of John Milton's Paradise Lost. And other some other poems. So these three poems are very special because Byron wrote all these poems in, that is, Atwaraima. You know that it is the 8 line meter, 8 lines meter. So you can consider of 8 lines. So the first one, before the vision of judgment, Don John. So the vision of judgment, he criticized that Robert Suday's vision of judgment poem here. So these three, Beppo, the vision of judgment, Don John, these are the three special poems written in Atwaraima. You know, Atwaraima is 8 lines stanza. Now some additional information about, we discuss very deep and in detail of that Don John. Don John is one, it is considered as epic in the history of English literature. So this is the legendary heroic poem. See, this Don John is the masterpiece of Lord Byron, satire of epical length running to 16 cantos. See how many cantos are here in this Don John? 16 cantos. Cantos means parts. Don John, a charming, handsome, and valiant young man of Seville, a city of Spain, has love affairs with at 16 with the beautiful 20 years old Julia, wife of the 50 years Don Alfonso. He was sent abroad by his mother. His ship wrecked and escaped, and he is cast on a lonely Greek island. He is revived by Heidi, a daughter of a pirate. Heidi and Don John fell in love with each other. See, Don John was struck by Heidi's father and shipped off to Constantinople to be sold as a slave. but he escaped from Sultana and joined a Russian army. So this is about a brief outline about that Don John. The question will raise here on this work, that is Don John. Read it carefully. Next poem, very important poem, that is Child Harold's Pilgrimage. The poem describes the travels and reflections of a pilgrim who satiated and disgusted with a life of pleasure and dissipation seeks distraction in foreign travel. The imaginary pilgrim, despite the author's denial, is none other than Byron himself. It is his own debauched life at home. The next poem, The Vision of the Judgment. This is a ferocious satire on Sude. So, Sude is also another or the first romantic poet who had attacked Byron. In the previous year, the preface to his poems, A Vision of Judgment, a panegyric on the late George III. Byron made fun not only on Sude but also of the king. Friends, like this video and also subscribe to my channel and also share as possible as to the other of your friends. Thank you for watching this small video.